For the last 20 years, Cadillac has been making luxury sport crossover vehicles. And while we all know about the Escalade, I'm sure you've seen your share of SRXs or this vehicle, the XT5, on the street. They're mid-size crossovers and really stand at the heart of Cadillac's crossover business. And they do so well deservedly because they're absolutely fantastic vehicles. So why don't we take a moment and take a look at this XT5 Sport, and I'm gonna show you 5 things that I absolutely love about this vehicle. While the standard XT5 comes with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, the Sport model comes with GM's 3.6-liter V6 engine. And not only does GM put this thing in like a ton of vehicles, so you know that it's absolutely bulletproof and easy to maintain, but it makes 310 horsepower. So it scoots this XT5 along really well and sewing machine smooth at the same time. And what good is all of that power if you can't put it to the ground? So thankfully, Cadillac has put a drive mode button in this vehicle, and it allows you to adjust one of 2 things. The way that the engine and the transmission and the shifting and the accelerator pedal, how they all feel and act, along with the selectable all-wheel drive. So you can push the button and get all-wheel drive mode for just, inclement weather. You could do sport mode for a stiffer suspension and a more aggressive throttle response. You've even got off-road for probably a dulled out pedal and a little bit more supple suspension and all-wheel drive, or just plain old tour, which is the best of all worlds. You've got 2-wheel drive for fuel economy and a soft, supple suspension for long driving stints. No matter what you do, whether you want to haul ass around a corner, go up a steep trail, or maybe you got to go through a couple inches of snow, this XT5 Sport is going to do a really good job thanks to this mode button that'll allow you to customize everything. When it comes to purchasing a new vehicle, I know I put way more weight on the quality of that vehicle's sound system than I probably should, but in this day and age with the complexity of electronics, the idea of upgrading a sound system after the fact seems way more complicated than I want to deal with. So buying a vehicle that has a kick-ass sound system from day one without any modifications is really important to me personally. Thankfully, this XT5 has a 14-speaker Bose Performance Series sound system, which absolutely rocks. And if you've ever been in a GM vehicle with a Bose system, you'll know that it has a nice thump without being too much. It has clean and crisp mids and highs, and generally just sounds really, really satisfying. And thankfully, the XT5 Sport comes with it. But having a fast engine, all-wheel drive, and a kick-ass sound system isn't always enough for a super luxury vehicle like the XT5. You also are going to need safety technology as well, and thankfully the XT5 has a lot of that. In fact, almost too much for me to remember, so let me do my best. I know that it has adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, automatic collision avoidance, pedestrian braking, rear collision avoidance, automatic braking, and man, just a lot more stuff. So it's really cool that in addition to being really fun to drive, able to get you anywhere despite what weather it is, and being able to entertain you with a really cool sound system, the XT5 is also gonna work to keep you safe on your daily travels. And the thing that really surprised me about the XT5 Sport is this: 6-piston Brembo front brakes. Can you believe it? A compact midsize crossover with brakes that sincerely belong on like a race car. They're massive, they've got huge stopping power, and they bring a lot to the table when it comes to how this vehicle performs. When you know that you can stop better than pretty much everybody around you, that is a lot of confidence-inducing power. And the XT5 Sport has it with 6-piston Brembo front brakes. Well, there you have it. 5 things that I really like and that truly surprised me about the Cadillac XT5 Sport. And you know, I mean, part of me kind of wants to call this thing a little bit of a sleeper with 310 horsepower, Brembo brakes, and performance damping and all those extra goodies that you get for the $70,000 price tag. I think it kind of does qualify, and better watch out. If you see an XT5 on the road, that soccer mom or dad may be packing a lot more punch than you think. And for all those people out there who want to know maybe something that I don't like about the XT5, well, here it is. I don't like that I don't own one. I'm Zane for Drive Them All, and I'll see you next time.